Yeah, Dharmesh, quick question, and sorry to interrupt as you're taking us on this amazing journey. I see that you're talking about the big names in the cloud. We have Google and Azure and AWS. So are you saying that the data infrastructure needs to be built in the cloud?
Great question, Jordan. Um, I'm glad you're asking that because yes, all of these names that I've been using over here are very cloud centric and big names in cloud. And when we talk about modern data warehouse, actually the cloud analytics platform is the one which kind of makes this modern data warehouse a reality. It is very important for a modern data warehouse to provide a scalable solution because as I was talking about, like you don't need to wait for all the domains to come in. You can start with whatever domains you have. You need to have a kind of an ever expanding solution which kind of gives you provide a scale for you to go into different kind of domains, continuously increase or decrease the use of different kind of data models that you might have. You also want to make sure that different workloads are supported universally, like whether they are coming out of unstructured data or structured data, whether there is a different kind of analytical model going into the system. You need to support all of that. And cloud gives you that kind of scalable architecture and the platform which can give you capabilities, limitless capabilities into managing your data kind of thing. So there is there are important things that we need to keep in mind. The modern data warehouse need to provide a mechanism for creating sandboxes and creating prediction models, different kind of enterprise data models that we have been talking about. So cloud kind of gives you that kind of capabilities without worrying about the underlying physical infrastructure kind of thing. You need to make sure that you have uh, different kind of capabilities available to ingest the data, to not only just with the one specific data set kind of thing, but kind of providing you mechanism to connect to the different kind of data sources, and the different kind of cloud services are available which can kind of enable you to kind of explore and unleash the different kind of value which is stored in different kind of data in it. You need to make sure that different kind of visualization and performance that you want out of these kind of data infrastructure systems is there, and cloud kind of gives you that kind of capabilities around it.
Excellent. So I know there's a big concern about security with the cloud, and these kind of big capabilities seem to kind of overwhelm me and others with the cost. Can we touch base on kind of these concerns around cost?
Absolutely, Jordan. And for that particular purpose, let me talk about security first. As we kind of the whole world is transitioning toward cloud, the cloud has been created with the security native ideas. All the applications, all the cloud-based systems have got built-in security included in it, and that's the security that can be inherited by our data infrastructure right away. Because uh, since this whole thing, all the systems are kind of giving you different kind of built-in security models, those can be immediately inherited within the infrastructure. The different kind of modern data warehouses also provide you kind of an assurance about how the data is being stored, how the data is being migrated. There is always a 256-bit encryption, whether data is in motion or data is at rest. There are different kind of monitoring tools available with the cloud. It's not only just being capable of giving uh, solutions to your business users or to the data scientists. It also gives you an interface of controlling and managing this whole infrastructure. So there is a mechanism to control the access and control how the data is being distributed across. And the other most important part of the data infrastructure is to ensure that there is a reliability around the data storage. We need to ensure that there is no like a kind of a situation where we lose the data. So the cloud is built with the kind of a replicating models, which kind of gives you these cloud-based modern data warehouse advantage of built-in disaster recovery, built-in backup system, built-in geo-replication, point-in-time restore, highest availability kind of solutions building capabilities within the cloud. So it's kind of a built-in. So this is I mean, it's a very interesting that the modern data warehouse, as it is being defined, it's kind of defined over these basic principles which are native within the cloud-based solutions. And when it comes down to pricing, realize that cloud gives you a scalable way of doing things. One of the biggest advantages is that there is no large capex investment that you guys need to make. This is a scalable solution. You want to start small, start small. You want to grow as you are adding more and more domains. Cloud is capable of kind of giving you that kind of elasticity to go and add as many domains as you want. Another thing, you're not paying for things that you're not using. So you essentially are paying for the capabilities or for the storage for the services that you end up using. So it is always avoiding extra wastage of computing power or extra wastage of your storage that goes into within your local infrastructure. And that elastic scaling actually makes your solutions much more cost effective. And you are not only limited by just the native capabilities of certain systems that you go in. It also gives you a very easy way of plugging and playing different components into that, and kind of basically like if in order to replace certain systems here and there, you will easily be able to add and remove things without worrying about the cost implications of changing the underlying hardware. So ultimately, it is an economic breakthrough, is what I've kind of presented many a times, because this thing is, as you're right, I mean, it kind of gives a feeling that it is very costly and all, and it gives you kind of also mechanism for medium-sized businesses and small-sized businesses to actually use the value of the modern data warehouse. Now, we think about all of these things, and I'm pretty sure, Scott, you have got a good experience working with the cloud and kind of a cloud-based organizations. Can you talk about your experiences working with the cloud as you go into different kind of organizations?
Absolutely, that's a great question. About 7 or 8 years ago at Microsoft, it was a big kind of push, and it was very hard to move people from on-prem to the cloud because there was a lot of pushback. And over the years, people have really seen the scalability and the elasticity you get by moving to the cloud. It's really allowed a lot of their employees to have high computing availability, disaster recovery, and a really inexpensive way to scale out and free up their work sources. Then when you throw in what we've seen in the last year or so with the pandemic, it's really made a huge difference, giving people the ability to have a remote workforce that has capabilities to connect, talk, and kind of conversate with each other in a very safe and kind of distant manner. So it's really been a changing method, so to speak. And then when you throw in the fact that many of the technologies are being built to go right into the cloud, it's a pretty easy decision right now. So that's been my experience over the years of the cloud. Thank you for asking.